Is my face straight? Okay. All right, keep a straight face here. The Bears belong in the city of Chicago. The Chicago Bears belong in the city of Chicago, right?
And in fact, this is kind of typical. The mayor has shown up every spring at the end of session to pronounce what he would like to see happen. And as you know, the budget gets put together starting in November. Again, we've seen almost nothing out of the mayoral administration here on that subject, or really any other. And so to show up in May and have a bunch of demands seems like late in the game, and it's unfortunate that's happened most years.
But we also heard from the Bears that they plan on having their decision about their future home either at the end of the spring or sometime this summer. We'll wait and see. We're live in Arlington Heights tonight. Brett Bagansky, Fox Chicago.
They're eating each other, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicago Bears are leaving. They're no longer going to be the Chicago Bears. They're going to be the Indiana Bears. Okay, now that part is old news, but you know, it was still kind of up for debate if it was going to happen. Looks like it's going to happen. They're going to be the Indiana Bears. Okay, still keeping the Bears, but dropping Chicago. And this fat slob, JB Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, he is lambasting woke Mayor Brandon Johnson, this moron who endlessly defended illegal aliens in sanctuary cities and still does till this day. The guy who only supports that but doesn't know how to bring actual prosperity in sports teams and thousands of jobs to his city. Instead, he's losing thousands of jobs. Just imagine just money just flying away, right? All of this money and all of these jobs and all of this prosperity for people going to Indiana instead, and Pritzker is not happy about it. Let's go ahead and react to it. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos, so be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
And they want to stay at the table as well.
Well, that's a conversation between those municipalities and the Bears. You know, as to the prospects for passage of a bill, or you know what might happen with the Bears. I mean, I would say I know that the mayor has no plan. He has come up with no plan at all about how the Bears would end up in the city of Chicago. So that's problematic. I'd love them to be in the city, but we're 3 years in now, and he still has no plan. So the Bears have said publicly, and I think they said so last Friday again, that they have now only two options, and that's the state of Indiana or Arlington Heights. We would like them to stay in the state of Illinois. And so I'm fighting hard to make sure that they can do that. And also, very importantly, because my North Star is protecting the taxpayers of Illinois, that we have something that works for the state of Illinois that's fair, as we are being fair with other businesses that want to come to Illinois or expand here, that we're being fair in the allocation of support for a business expanding in the state while also protecting taxpayers across the state.
Sloppy Joe over here is really letting Mayor Brandon Johnson have it for being incompetent, because obviously if you were competent, you would have did everything imaginable to make sure that these Bears don't leave. It shouldn't even be a conversation. And they're talking about either way, they're leaving Chicago. They're leaving Chicago no matter what. According to this conversation, Chicago's done. That's not a good look. Okay, that's not a good look at all. That means that not only here's the impact of stuff like this, guys. It's not only like just a stadium and the job. It's like this whole surrounding area just goes down like automatically when you don't have that stadium. You don't have the sporting events. You don't have the security. You don't have the city bringing in all the extra revenue to, you know, to clean that area up. There's a lot of stuff that goes down, guys. And I also want to show you something that, you know, just from the couple of seconds of this that I saw, it had me laughing my freaking butt off. This is, you know, speaking of Chicago, there's a woman from Chicago who is very unhappy, let's just say, and she's even going as far as to roast the heck out of the Democrats for crying about gerrymandering, which is another stupid thing that they're concerned about, fake outrage so that they can win elections, instead of the thousands of jobs that are being lost with this stadium move.
The reality is this: black people's voting is not in danger, and you know it's not. And you know it's not.
Facts.
I'm 63 years old. I've been voting since I was 18. I have never had a problem voting. Now, that may apply to my mother and father. It applies to my grandparents. Surely it does. And in fact, because it does, Every single person in this room, including that Jewish lady that just got up and talked, need to really be thanking us. Really need to be thanking us for getting y'all the right to vote, for getting y'all the right to be here, instead of sitting up here manipulating the Voting Rights Act like something's getting ready to happen to our right to vote, when you know that's not true. So now you all gonna drag black people in here, definitely some senior citizens, and gonna have them come up here and talk about how they scared to vote. How this messed up the right to vote. Women need to vote. All that junk, when you know it's not true. Just like you sit up here and make like black people can't.
Yeah, I gotta hear that again. Even the face she made, he ain't got no right to vote.
People in here, definitely some senior citizens, and gonna have them come up here and talk about how they scared to vote. How this messed up the right to vote. Women need to vote. All that junk, when you know it's not true.
Oh man, wow.
Just like you sit up here and make like black people can't get IDs. Us requiring IDs to vote, it's gonna stop black people from voting. Why black people ain't got IDs?
Yo, I love this lady.
See, you all get more and more ridiculous.
Go ahead, get them,
But
AT.
you can't, in this room full of these black people, talk about that federal case that just got filed Monday that's talking about how you all are stealing property at Cook County sales. Where the black people in here? Raise your hand that if they told you to come in here to talk about how your property got stolen. Where you at? Huh? Because we got commissioners in here that know for a fact it's happening. Catskill, you know it's happening. Lori, you know it's happening. Michael Scott, you know it's happening. Lamont Williams, come on, you give up cases for the county. You know it's happening. Donna Miller, you know what's happening. Well, come on, y'all black people that they done sent here with these 501c3s, that they got y'all in here talking for them. Why y'all ain't in here talking about how they stealing our property?
1 minute.
Where y'all at? Come on, because y'all getting ready to come up here to this mic and lie for the cameras to say that black people's voting is done by this Louisiana thing and Donald Trump and the Trump administration, when Donald Trump is in front of the Supreme Court right now fighting for the 14th Amendment, saying that black people, that amendment was for black people.
30 seconds.
Not for birthrights, not for people to anchor themselves over here illegally. And they got y'all black people in here getting ready to talk against him. I mean, y'all real sick up in the head. You sick in the head and more sicker in your spirit. This is insane.
Time has expired for the speaker. Next
Y'all
speaker,
crazy.
Taiwan Sim.
She had to throw it in that last. Y'all crazy, yo. Totally based, the black woman, guys. So on top of having Chris Farley's cousin, JB Pritzker, over here complaining about the Bears leaving, you also got this woman over here roasting the heck out of Chicago in all of these woke losers who are over here complaining about gerrymandering. Oh, the black people are going to be losing their rights. Meanwhile, Chicago is totally gerrymandered and totally all blue. Nobody seems to have a problem with that. But when the southern states are mainly red, then all of a sudden it's dictatorships, authoritarianism, is autocracy. I mean, it's all of these stupid stuff. It's straight up hate, okay? It's white supremacy, and even the black people are tired of this mess, y'all. Like, a lot of people ain't trying to hear none of this because we see it for what it really is. It's uplifting themselves. It's people who are multi-millionaires doing, again, especially these people in Congress, insider trading, right? Like people who are enriching themselves, empowering themselves, enriching their families, and don't give a dime back to any of the communities. Communities end up being poor. Well, I don't want to say any of the communities, because they'll certainly give it all back to illegal aliens, to their LGBTQ allies, right? They'll certainly give money to these groups who a lot of the time don't even vote for them. But when it comes to other communities, screw them. Like, just vote for us, but anything else, don't ask me for nothing, right? That's basically how they operate. That's why the Bears are leaving, and that's why Chicago and a lot of these blue cities are falling apart. But these are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Shout out to my members, patrons, and fellow anomalies, Cyber Noodle, 655, The Great, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, and Pinecone 6. I appreciate you guys every single day.
The mayor is incompetent, and the governor is a big fat slob. He ought to invite us in, say, please make Chicago safe. We're going to lose a great city if we don't do it quickly.